Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Got sucked into at least one more video. Somebody asked me if I could please look into the death of the country singer Keith Whitley at the age of 33 on the fateful day, May 9th. May 9th, often a date full of celebrity deaths with each passing year. And 33, one of these suspicious ages that celebrities so often die at. You'll notice in the Wikipedia write-up it says he died at age 34. This is a typo. He was born July 1st, 1955. He died May 9th, 1989. He would have turned 34 July 1st, 1989. He died just before his 34th birthday. So we're going to talk about what's so interesting about him dying May 9th in light of his place, Ashland, Kentucky, place of birth, as well as his death at 33 in Nashville, big music recording city, country music artist, country music city. Keith Whitley was in the Ralph Stanley band. And what I'm going to show you is Keith Whitley died 74 days after Ralph Stanley turned 62. In case you're new here, we talk about the language of gematria. Gematria, using the alphabetic order, sums to 74, just like English. And gematria is an ancient practice. It is a Jewish practice. It is a Masonic practice. This is a nation founded by Freemasons. Holiday 74, Independence Day 74. I just want you to understand this number is special. There's a song put out in 2008 by a hard rock metal band, Slipknot. The song is called Gematria, the Killing Name. And I just want you to see Gematria 74 like killing. And all throughout history, musicians have dropped dead by this number 74. In the year 1983, there was a song called Murder by Numbers by the Police about how it's as simple to kill as ABC 1, 2, 3, and the purpose of killing is to boost your status. So this death, 74 days from Ralph Stanley, the veteran in the music industry, the death of this 33-year-old. And these types of things have happened so many times in the world of celebrity. This is bigger than just music. The world of celebrity is full of ritualistic killing by the numbers, as sung about in the 1983 song by the Police. So I'll show you that it's 74 days from Ralph Stanley's birthday and all that, but I'm just getting you warmed up. Whitley moved to Nashville, Tennessee in 83. Fateful year. Fateful year. So check this out. Him dying at 33, Keith Whitley sums to 61 in gematria, like Jesus, like cross, like Christian, like Christmas, like church, like God. Jesus on the cross at 33. Earlier this year, 2017, on a date with 61 numerology, a statue was revealed of Kanye West, 33, on the cross. And that was in Hollywood, which has gematria of 33. On a date with 61 numerology, a statue of Kanye West on the cross. And if I were Kanye West, I'd be looking out. Kanye West is 39 years old right now when that statue was made. To tie it to this man, Whitley, Whitley equals 39, just like Nashville. And you might have just caught that 33 as well, the age he died at, like Jesus on the cross. 61 is a prime number. It happens to be the 18th prime number, which factors into 6 plus 6 plus 6, the number of man, the number of the beast, as taught about in Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. If you never see my work on Jesus Christ, the name, has a parallel to the number of the beast, a number that's to be calculated by the man with wisdom. Anyhow, prime, the word, prime numbers, which are so important in this study, have gematria of 61 and 74. Remember, Jesus is 74 as well, cross 74. Just show you real quick. Jesus, you see the 74, the 61, cross, same thing. Messiah is 74, not 61. Gospel has the 74. Jesus Christ is also 74, as well as 151, the 36th prime. If you count the numbers 1 through 36 together, it sums to 666. So anyhow, this man died May 9th. 59, fateful date because it's a lot like 59. The word kill 59. The name Jesus Christ also having gematria 59. A man who was murdered on the cross by the numbers. Just for good measure, God's Son 93, Crucifix 93, Nazareth 93. Science in 2012 said Jesus was crucified on the 93rd day of the year, April 3rd. In Mark, he's crucified from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The sun's 93 million miles away. God's Son 93. Back in the day, Hermeticism, it mixed spirituality with science, with mathematics, with philosophy. All of this seems to go back to Hermeticism. Kabbalah, Hermetic Kabbalah, it's all interrelated. Anyhow, with regards to 59, his May 9th death, he was born in Ashland, Kentucky. And I actually got lazy after I typed in Ashland and saw 59. I didn't even take it any further. Let's see what it is with Kentucky. 83. And there's a connection to Jesus Christ with 83 as well, when you take into account the H exception in reverse. Jesus Christ is 83. You know, it's interesting. I just put out a video earlier today. Just learned some new information. It's on my blog here. If you don't follow my blog, I pump out so much information you want to follow. Haile Selassie, I think I'm still saying his name wrong. This man thought he was Christ reincarnated, and he died at age 83. He was given this name, which was not his birth name. He was part of the Solomonic dynasty, king of Ethiopia. He thought he was Christ reincarnated. His name 83, Solomonic dynasty, Jesus Christ, Ethiopia, murder, dead at 83. Anyway, just trying to bring in a little parallel here with regards to this man being from Ashland, Kentucky, in light of all these other Jesus Christ tributes. Some things could be coincidental. His date of birth, July 1st, 1955. 28, number of man, the word man, 28. Perfect number, special number. Look up what perfect numbers are. There's not many. 28's one of few. The date he died, a date with 122 gematria. That's the number that represents God in the Jewish faith, Elohim. Talking about the Jesus Christ parallels God. Again, God has that gematria of 61 as well. It was a date with 41 numerology. 41's the 13th prime. Think about Jesus and his 12 disciples. It was a date with 103 numerology. 103 is the 27th prime number. Matthew equals 27, the first book of the New Testament that begins the story of Jesus. 27 books in the New Testament. Again, just in case you're new here, I'll show you this. Matthew 27, New Testament 42, which begins with the 42 generations to Jesus, ends with the 66th book of the Bible. Savior 42. So he died 53 days before his birthday, or 1 month and 22 days, or 7 weeks and 4 days, kind of like 74, 122. The word religion's 53. It was also a span of 54 days. Sun, 54, the sun in the sky. The sun 93 million miles away. You know what I mean? The overlap, science, spirituality, mathematics. The word math is 42 in regards to New Testament. Math is also 66, just like New Testament. From his last birthday, which was July 1st when he turned 33, to the day he died was 312 days later, or 44 weeks and 4 days. Just to give you a little more education on this, in Sumerian gematria, here I'll drop everything out of here but what we need so you can see this. Whoops, got to get rid of one more. Okay, anything with an English ordinal gematria of 74 will be 444. Because it's 74 times 6. It's just mathematics. You see? All these words. Gospel, parables. So anyway, it's interesting that from the day he turned 33, it's 44 weeks and 4 days. Another number that connects to Jesus and cross. It's also a span of 313 days, and on this calculator, which I'll link in the description, you can just type in a number here after you click the numbers up here. 313 is the 65th prime. Here's why that matters. Christianity, whoops, got to pull up this though. Christianity has both gematria of 65 and 74. You see? Also 930 bringing us back to crucifix, Nazareth, God's Son. 930, 93, you know. So here was Ralph Edmund Stanley, who he started with. From his birthday, he turned 62 in 89. From his birthday to the death of this man at 33 was 74 days. Jesus on the cross at 33. You know, the word Mason 62. March 3rd, 3/3 is the 62nd day of the calendar year. Just so you can appreciate this about the calendar. Calendar 58. Gregorian 58. Freemasonry 58. You see? Secret Society, Solomon's Temple, which Freemasonry very much based in, and a million other things. But this is what's been going on. Freemasonry and people selling each other out. It's sick. It's sick. And the thing to understand about this knowledge they're using, this knowledge isn't necessarily evil. They're just using it for evil. And it's not to say that all Freemasons are, but, you know, the ones that we're exposing certainly are. Look up the Kabbalah thing. There's an evil side of it. And Kabbalah is the belief that God created the world with letters, numbers, language, when he merged the letter with the number. Or I shouldn't say he, because in Kabbalah the belief is that God is masculine and feminine. God. Also in Kabbalah, if you're not aware, the belief is that the biblical stories never ended. The flood never ended. Everything's still ongoing. We're still living out the Bible time, which makes a lot of sense when we see how all these riddles are with the Bible, right? It just makes too much sense. So anyway, Nashville, where he died at 33, Nashville has the septenary gematria of 33, according to Marty Leeds 33. It's funny, Marty Leeds 33 once said to me that I was teaching a false method of gematria and only his method mattered, which is septenary. I admit, since looking more at the septenary method is very important, but it's very clear that they go together too, which is actually what I told Marty Leeds. I said, you know, the method you're teaching, it probably is relevant, but I said, what I'm teaching is definitely not false, Mr. Marty Leeds 33. He never wanted to have that debate. He challenged me to a debate he never wanted to follow through with. We were going to debate about which method was more relevant. Well, if we had that debate now, I'd just say, look, I'm not debating the relevance of your method. I know it's relevant, but it's all part of this bigger thing to understand. Nashville, where he passed, also has a second and third connection to his name, you know? And I didn't even do any work on Ralph Edmund Stanley. But here, we can just look real quick. Let's get back to our default settings real quick. If you just refresh the website, it'll take you back to your base methods. Ralph Edmund Stanley. Was that right? I already see something. All right. Hold on. I want to make sure the spelling's right. Ralph Edmund Stanley. Perfect. 77. This has all this to do with Jesus Christ, right? Christ is 77. You see? Something else. 94. We know how that number connects to 147. Super special Freemason number. 212 is a number that I should know more about at this point in the study. I know it's a number that they like, but I don't know what it means yet. So, hey, maybe somebody out there, you want to figure out something that I haven't figured out yet? You want to help further the study? Let's crack 212. I have an older video on what it has to do with the royal family, but I know it's something bigger than that. I have an old baseball video on the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays when they met in the American League Championship Series and what it had to do with Prince Charles and him being 66 at the time and the Royals winning the World Series. Anyway, there's something there that I don't know yet about that number, but it's been hanging around for years. And that's how it is for a lot of this research. For people who followed me from the beginning, there's so many things where I was so close on, I was like, I know there's something there. Like 147. Took about 2 years to finally figure out what 147 was really all about. And now we know. And someday we're going to know about 212 and so much more. So if you're not subscribed here, be sure to subscribe. Remember, when you subscribe to my channel, you can't just trust your feed to see my videos, because YouTube will keep my videos out of your feed so you don't even know I made them. You always have to check my video channel. You got to click my name, click on the videos tab, see what's up. And just so you know, if you search by most favorited, YouTube has made it so a bunch of the videos don't show up that should be there. So if you ever search for my videos for most watched, most views, some of them aren't going to show up in your feed. YouTube does a million different things to keep some of my videos from people from seeing them, even my subscribers. So that's it for now, Truth Seeker. I guess the other thing we can talk about is from Sandy Hook, Kentucky. Is it coincidental? Let's not talk about it. Let's just end it right here. Until next time. Encore. I just looked up the death of this man at age 33 on May 9th, 1989. And lo and behold, it's blamed on alcohol intoxication, which has gematria of 93. Number we've been talking about, like God's Son, like Crucifix, like Nazareth. Today's May 11th. It's the 36-year anniversary of the death of Bob Marley, the Rastafari by the numbers. Rastafarianism having a lot to do with Christianity. Bob Marley's message having much to do with Jesus Christ. The name Marley equals 74. Bob Marley's solo career began in 74. Notice also that alcohol has the gematria of 33, like the year Prohibition ended. God's Son 33, dead at 33, again in Nashville. Mr. Whitley. Just wanted to make sure I got that last note in there, you know. Backs up further what I was saying. Murder by numbers, blaming it on false causes. It's sick. Until next time.